Have you ever stopped to think that the liquid running through your veins might be revealing deep secrets about who you really are? What if I told you that your blood type isn't just a piece of medical information, but a coded map of your soul? That maybe, hidden in those simple letters, A, B, A, B, O, is the key to understanding why you react to the world in a certain way, why some situations energize you while others drain you completely, and why you feel this unexplainable connection with specific people. Get ready, because what you're about to discover in the next few minutes could completely transform the way you see yourself. And maybe finally explain that feeling that there's something much bigger in you waiting to be awakened. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like to get access to more stories like this. Carl Gustav Jung, the revolutionary Swiss psychiatrist who unraveled the mysteries of the collective unconscious, once said that who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Jung spent decades studying the archetypal patterns that govern the human psyche, and his discoveries about how certain characteristics consistently manifest in different individuals shocked the scientific world. What he didn't know, and what modern science is beginning to uncover, is that these same archetypal patterns may have a deep biological basis, encoded in the very blood that keeps us alive. Japanese researchers have already identified fascinating correlations between blood types and personality traits, a concept known as ketsuekigata, which influences everything from career decisions to romantic compatibility in an entire culture. But let's go further. We're talking about a connection that transcends culture, that touches something primordial and universal in the human condition. Imagine for a moment that you are trapped in a smaller version of yourselves, constantly fighting against invisible currents that seem to work against your dreams and ambitions. How many times have you asked yourself, why is it so hard for me to do certain things that seem natural for other people? Or, why do I feel so different, like I'm speaking a language that few understand? The answer might be literally running through your veins right this moment. Today, you will discover not only what makes you unique, but also how to use this information to unlock potentials you may not even know you have. We will reveal how your blood type can be the key to understanding your deepest behavioral patterns, your genuine emotional needs, and even the most natural path to your personal fulfillment. By the end of this journey, you won't be the same person because you will hold the instruction manual for your own soul. Now, if this content is already sparking your curiosity and you want to discover more about the mysteries your blood holds, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any content that could transform your life. And in the comments, tell me, what is your blood type? Let's create a community of people in search of the deepest self-knowledge. Welcome to a journey where biology meets psychology, where science meets soul. We will explore the 4 fundamental blood archetypes, each carrying within it a universe of unique characteristics, potentials, and challenges. First, we have Type A, the architects of harmony. If you have Type A blood, you carry in your veins the essence of the planner, the natural organizer, the one who sees patterns where others see chaos. You make up about 40% of the world's population, and there's a reason you feel naturally drawn to order, to precision, to an almost compulsive need to do things the right way. Next, we meet Type B, the explorers of freedom. Representing about 20% of humanity, you carry the spirit of the adventurer, the innovator, the one who questions limits and refuses to be put in boxes. Then we have Type AB, the rare alchemists, only 4% of the world's population, true psychological chameleons who can move between different worlds with an ease that is almost supernatural. And finally, Type O, the primordial warriors, the most ancient genetically, representing 45% of humanity, carrying within them the ancestral strength of natural leaders and tribal protectors. Each type is not just a category, it's a path, a mission, a specific way of contributing to the great puzzle of human existence. Now that we know the 4 fundamental archetypes, let's dive deeper into this journey of self-discovery. Imagine that each blood type is like an ancestral seed planted in your essence, carrying not only genetic information, but also energetic patterns that influence how you perceive and interact with the world. Fundamental archetype, shaped not just by ancient stories, but by something incredibly present and pulsating, your own blood. Can you feel which of these archetypes you belong to? First, we have the meticulous architects, represented by blood type A, people who seek order, who build bridges of trust, who plan each step with precision and certainty. They are the ones who turn vague ideas into detailed plans, loving routines, and the feeling of control. In daily life, they might be the group organizers, the ones who remember birthdays, who keep secrets with loyalty and care. Next, the creative explorers emerge from blood type B, free, restless spirits, moved by curiosity and a thirst for new experiences. They are natural innovators, always wanting to try something different. In real life, they are the friends who are up for an unexpected invitation, who change careers without fear, who see opportunities where no one else does. In the center of this hall, we find the visionary diplomats of type AB, a rare meeting of the waters where logic and emotion intersect. They are natural mediators, able to understand different points of view, reconciling differences and promoting harmony in the midst of chaos. Perhaps this is that person who moves between different groups, adapting with ease, bringing peace where there is tension and innovative ideas where there is routine. And finally, the primal warriors of type O, bearers of ancestral energy, owners of an impressive inner strength, almost untamable courage, and a natural leadership instinct. They are the ones who take the first step when no one else dares, who defend those they love with tooth and nail, who do not run from a challenge. And you, which of these archetypes do you connect with most deeply? Which of these paths resonates with the pulse of your own heart? But, as in every hero's journey, each archetype carries its light and its shadow. The meticulous architects, type A, shine for their discipline, responsibility, and tireless dedication. Their order brings stability and security to those around them. But when the shadow approaches, they can be overcome by anxiety, the fear of failure, or excessive rigidity. The desire to control everything can push away opportunities for growth and hinder authentic connections. Creative explorers type B light up the world with joy, innovation, and flexibility. They adapt easily, inspiring others with their originality. However, in their shadow, they can dive into distraction, indecision, and difficulty in keeping commitments. The constant search for the new can turn into chronic restlessness or superficiality in relationships. Visionary diplomats type AB shine with empathy, a broad vision, and a unique ability to balance opposites. They are living bridges, integrating different perspectives. But the shadow of type AB is self-sabotage, a tendency toward isolation, over-rationalization, or difficulty in taking a stand. Sometimes they can seem distant or indecisive, getting lost in doubts and internal dilemmas. Finally, the primal warriors, type O, spread their light through leadership, courage, and generosity. They motivate crowds and conquer unknown spaces. However, their shadow can be impulsiveness, stubbornness, and even aggressiveness in moments of stress. Sometimes the desire to win can turn into exaggerated competitiveness, disregarding the feelings of others. Recognizing this internal dance between strengths and weaknesses is the first step to transforming limitations into potential. Can you see where your light shines brightest and where your shadow hides? Before we go deeper on this journey, let me offer you a simple yet powerful challenge. Pause for a moment. Right here in the comments, which archetype do you feel represents you the most? Was there a characteristic that surprised you, or a shadow that you recognized in the mirror of your attitudes? Share your impressions. Remember, your experience can help many others who are also on a quest for self-knowledge. And if you're enjoying this dive into the universe of blood types, don't forget to give that like, share this video with someone who also loves psychology and self-discovery, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next revelations. The more people connected, the richer our collective journey becomes. Now, take a deep breath. Because in the next few minutes, you're going to discover how to use this knowledge, not just to understand yourself, but to transform your relationships and your paths in the real world. Let's go together. Now let's leave the world of theories and dive into what really matters. How this knowledge manifests in your real life, in your relationships, at your job, in your day-to-day decisions. In the work environment, imagine a typical Monday meeting. The Type A employee arrived 15 minutes early, with a detailed agenda, organized notes, and has already thought of 3 solutions for the problem being discussed. He presents his ideas in a structured way, always with backup plans, and feels uncomfortable when someone suggests last-minute changes. He's that person everyone looks for when they need reliability and consistency. On the other side of the table, the Type B is doodling creative ideas in the margin of his notebook, connecting seemingly unrelated concepts and proposing completely innovative approaches. He might arrive a few minutes late, but he brings a contagious energy and solutions that no one had considered. He's the colleague who turns brainstorms into inspiring experiences. The Type AB observes everything, making connections between the different perspectives, mediating subtle conflicts, and proposing syntheses that please everyone. They're the one who can translate the analytical language of Type A to the creativity of Type B, creating bridges of understanding. And Type O, they naturally assume leadership, not by imposition, but by magnetism. They make quick decisions, take calculated risks, and inspire the team to action. They're that person that when they say, "Let's make it happen," everyone believes it really will happen. In romantic relationships, in love, these differences become even more fascinating and complex. The Type A shows love through care, dedication, and consistency. Establish morning rituals that center you before starting the day. This could be anything from a specific coffee-making sequence to 5 minutes of mindful breathing. In relationships, communicate your organizational needs without imposing them on others. Say something like, "I feel more at ease when things are organized. Can you help me find a middle ground that works for both of us?" In decision-making, set deadlines to avoid analysis paralysis. Give yourselves permission to make 80% right decisions instead of waiting for the absolute certainty that may never come. For Type Bs channeling your creative energy, create freedom zones in your routines, specific periods where you can explore without restrictions. This could be an hour a day dedicated to personal projects or even 15 minutes of free brainstorming. In the professional environment, seek roles that value innovation and autonomy, or find ways to bring creativity into your current functions. Propose unconventional solutions, question established processes constructively. In relationships, be transparent about your need for personal space, but also create connection rituals that nurture your bonds. Something like, "I need time to recharge alone, but I also value our time together. How about we create a special tradition just for us?" To stay focused, use the creative sprints technique, intense periods of focused work followed by breaks for mental renewal. For Type ABs navigating complexity, embrace your chameleon-like nature as a superpower, not a weakness. Create personality maps for different contexts. Consciously recognize which aspects of you work best in specific situations. At work, position yourselves as natural mediators and translators between different groups. Your ability to see multiple perspectives makes you invaluable in conflict resolution and bridge building. In relationships, explain your complexity. "I'm like a prism. I show different facets depending on the light, but they are all genuinely me." For decision-making, use the multiple scenarios method. Fully explore 2 or 3 options before choosing, instead of trying to analyze all the infinite possibilities. For Type Os directing your strength, identify causes or projects that really matter to you and channel your natural leadership energy in those directions. Your strength is best used when it has a clear purpose. At work, take on roles where you can take initiatives and see tangible results. Don't be afraid to propose bold ideas. Your natural confidence inspires others to believe in the impossible. In relationships, practice servant leadership. Use your strength to empower and protect your loved ones, not to control them. Say things like, "I want to use my energy to support your dreams. Tell me how I can help." To manage impatience, create intermediate milestones in long projects, celebrating small victories along the way. Here is one of the most powerful discoveries of this journey. You are not alone. Each blood type represents a global family of similar souls, scattered across the world, facing similar challenges and sharing extraordinary potentials. The community of Type As, the architects of harmony. You are approximately 1.6 billion people on the planet. Imagine the collective force of this energy dedicated to creating order and beauty in the world. You are the ones who keep institutions running, who remember birthdays, who create systems that benefit everyone. Your collective mission is to bring stability and excellence to a chaotic world. When you connect with other Type A's, create spaces where you can share organizational strategies, anxiety management techniques, and celebrate your perfectionist achievements together. Remember, you are the backbone of organized civilization. The fraternity of Type B's, the explorers of freedom. With over 800 million people in the world, you form a global network of innovators and questioners. You are the artists, the entrepreneurs, the ones who ask, what if we did it differently? Your collective mission is to push humanity forward, to break limiting paradigms, and show that there is always an alternative path. When you get together, create spaces for collective brainstorming, for free experimentation, for mutual support for unconventional projects. You are the catalysts of human evolution. The League of Type ABs, the rare alchemists. Only 160 million people in the entire world share your unique complexity. You are truly special, not because you are superior, but because you carry a unique responsibility to be bridges between different worlds. Your collective mission is to translate, integrate, harmonize seemingly irreconcilable differences. You are the natural diplomats, the intuitive therapists, the ones who can make diverse groups work together. When you connect, create safe spaces to explore your complexity without judgment, to celebrate your paradoxical nature as a precious gift. You are the integrators of human consciousness. The tribe of Type O's, the primordial warriors. With over 1.8 billion people, you form the largest blood family on the planet. You carry humanity's most ancient DNA, the strength that led our species through ages of challenges and transformations. Your collective mission is to lead with courage, protect the vulnerable, and open paths for others to follow. You are the founders of companies, the leaders of movements, the ones who say, let's make it happen when everyone else hesitates. When you get together, create spaces for collective challenges, for planning concrete actions, for celebrating tangible achievements. You are the engines of human action. We have reached the end of this transformative journey, but in reality, this is just the beginning. You now possess a powerful key to deep self-knowledge, but a key is only valuable when it is used to open doors. What are you going to do with this information that could completely change how you relate to yourselves and the world? How will you use this knowledge to finally align your outer life with your inner truth? I want you to do something important right now. Stop for a moment and reflect on a specific situation in your life that has always confused or frustrated you. Maybe it's a relationship pattern that repeats, a persistent professional difficulty, or simply that feeling that something doesn't fit. Now look at that situation through the lens of your archetypal blood type. What do you see? What insights arise when you understand that maybe you're not problematic or too different? You're just operating outside the patterns that honor your essential nature. If this video touched something deep within you, if you felt that recognition of, I finally get it, then you are part of this special community of seekers of inner truth. Like this video so that more people can discover the secrets hidden in their own blood. Subscribe to the channel because we will continue to explore the deepest mysteries of the human psyche. The next journey will reveal how your blood type influences not only your personality, but also your relationship patterns and even your life's purpose. And here is my most important invitation. In the comments below, share your blood type and tell a story, a moment when you felt completely aligned with your nature, when you were being 100% authentic. Let's create a collective map together of how each type manifests in real life. You will be amazed at the connections and insights that emerge from this community of self-knowledge. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like to get access to more stories like this. Remember, you are not biological coincidences. You are unique expressions of ancestral archetypal patterns, carrying in your veins not just blood, but purpose, potential, and a specific mission in this world. The universe needs exactly the contribution that only you can give. Until the next journey of discovery.